with two holy obligations. Fasting the month of Ramadan by the Muslims and Lent by the Christians, showing the uniqueness of our country, known for its peaceful coexistence, interfaith harmony, and in some cases related by blood. Excellencies, distinguished guests, today is a significant day in our calendar. In the early years of nationhood, parents, teachers, various sectors of society get excited to celebrate our independence from British rule. However, many also look forward to the day, and this is manifested by a wonderful parade by our security forces as we just witnessed, but also a reflection of our achievements over the years since we had self-rule in 1965. It was through dialogue, negotiation, that we attained our political independence. To strengthen the unity of purpose through dialogue, as we have also witnessed, we'll be having the pass by students as they do every year. As we are witnessing the wonderful parade, Scout Band is doing a special entertainment, but also a march past leading the schools, athletes from lower to upper to secondary school. Gambia Scout Band. They are also followed by their scout masters, and the regional athletes are also here representing the different regions, some with their trophies to celebrate their achievements from the different regions. It is always a joy for the young ones to be among those identified, to be ones marching past His Excellency the President of the Republic and the athletes from the different regions are demonstrating that. Right now, they are passing by region, and I just saw region 6 passing from the Upper River region. The independence celebration this year has a significant prelude, which His Excellency President Adama Barrow since 2024 declared 16 February as a national day, when Gambians across all walks of life will come together to dialogue on a given theme to advance peace and development in our country. An initiative based on strengthening harmony among our Gambian citizens and to address our mutual concerns in governance and development. Today, 18th of February 2026, 21 schools have been identified to represent all the schools in the Gambia, from the lower basic to the upper basic and secondary schools. The secondary high schools are all present and represented here at the McCarthy Square. Very soon we will see them march past. The students from both conventional Western and Islamic religious schools, the madrasas, are part of the 60th celebration. Banjul, as some of the historians would narrate, and the history students, existed before the colonialists came to the island. Upon arrival, it was named Batos. In 1973, 3 years after the Gambia gained a republican status, the city regained its original name, Banjul. As the police band The police band are also leading the march past of the schools. We still, as they march past, we will use the opportunity to recognize dignitaries here present, including the former ministers and former ambassadors. We also recognize the presence of the mayor of Banjul and also a colleague from Yoff who are all present. We have Mohammedan Lower Basic School. The schools are led by Mr. Musa Mendy, who is a doyen in the education sector, and Mr. Red. They are always there for the children. Muslim High School, followed by St. Joseph's Lower Basic School. Methodist Primary School also follow in their blue and white, and we have Kampama Lower Basic School in blue check and white. Reverend J.C. Fai Memorial Lower Basic School also follows. On days like today, we tend to remember the pioneers who fought for the Gambia to gain its independence. The lives of first President of the Republic, Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara, Per Njai, Sajali Boja, Famara Wasature, among the lot. However, it also reminds us of women who were involved in politics like Mrs. Palmer. We now have Muslim Madrasa School passing, Wesley Primary School, my own alma mater, Albion also, my alma mater, and they're all passing in the green and gray khaki, and the check and khaki green check. We have St. Mary's Lower Basic School in red and white, also with their Gambian flag waving, and they're also among the representatives of the students. Hamza Barak Lower Basic School in green is also here, marching past, and the Royal Presentation School Banjul in blue and white, all well dressed, prepared, the girls in their skirts. And then we have another Arabic school passing by, along with Gambia Upper Basic School in gray and white. It reminds us of IB Gambajahumpa, the pioneers in Gambian politics. Reverend J.C. Fai Memorial School is also in brown and the tie and dye red. Upper Basic School in blue and white, followed by St. Augustine's Upper Basic in purple and white. I think white is a very prominent color as it represents peace and harmony. It is also important for us to express the importance of unity and peace in our development. Now we have in the senior schools passing another Reverend J.C. Fai Memorial Senior Secondary School and the Gambajahumpa Senior Secondary School. We have a lot of girls among them, those who are marching past, and Gambia Senior Secondary School, and it is one of our alma maters. I'm sure I've seen some of the students from the school are giving them an applaud, and that is really welcome. And you have St. Augustine's Senior Secondary School. Oh, Mr. Kaka is saying it's his alma mater. Okay, and thank you very very much parents, teachers, guidance, and all those who made it possible for the students to come out here today and celebrate with us this memorable day. Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about women in politics, we always think of women like Ajani Masata Sane Bojang, the first Gambian woman who has been elected in office as a parliamentarian. As we are seeing a group of women also beautifully dressed, and they are also under the leadership of Valde, marching to show solidarity. With a beautiful outfit, I think it is beautiful on this day, this sunny but also cool day. As I was trying to explain, women in politics, we remember Ajani Masata Sane, may her soul rest in peace. She was among the dynamic women who led women and gave them the courage. However, we have in our midst also former Speaker of the National Assembly, and we are told that Madam Rena is around. Along with the great women we have had also, among them the former Vice Presidents. We also have Honorable His Excellency Hussein Udabo, along with former Vice President Aja Fatmata Tambajang and Her Excellency Dr. Isa Ture. They are all among us celebrating this important day. As we prepare, we will remind ourselves that we are told that also former deputy speakers are around, and it seems that all dignitaries in the Gambia who have currently serving and who have served they are here with us and recognize the importance of this day as our national day. The diplomats representing their countries, and we are told that also ministers from African countries are here at a meeting, and they give us the honor of being part of this celebration led by their host, Honorable Ibrahim Asila. The dynamism of our population and resource mobilization and management contributes to the transformation of the country is experiencing. Therefore, having the theme harnessing the human capital and infrastructure resources for an inclusive leap to the future is befitting. After 61 years, definitely we need dialogue to continue, but also it is demonstrating how far we have come. For all of us together, whether you are here present, watching from home, or listening to on any radio station, it is our responsibility to harness our human capital and infrastructure resources for the next generation. Excellencies, distinguished invitees, boys and girls, it is important for us to remind ourselves, especially the young ones, we should not take things for granted. It has come a long way. Few days ago, the former Minister of Works, at a dialogue, at the National Dialogue, shared with us historic facts where we are, where we were, and today where we are. He mentioned having one main street, third road, and today we are talking about over 800 kilometers of road. We are talking about electricity all over the country. When some 61 years ago did not dream of seeing electricity in their homes, today we are enjoying it, and through the universal access to electricity, almost 90% of rural Gambia have access to electricity, which is worth celebrating. And as we mentioned, development is dynamic, is continuous, and we have to continue to work hard as a nation. As a people, we understand our diversity, but that should be a strength for us, but not to divide us. We may not belong to the same political parties, but we have a single purpose: to advance the Gambia in different ways. Wherever we are, wherever we find ourselves, we urge all of us to work together. That doesn't mean that we should be in the same political party or belief system. No, it means that we all belong to Gambia and there is only one Gambia, and as Gambians, we love our country. Therefore, we continue to urge ourselves that since His Excellency declared 16th of February as a National Dialogue Day, we have taken it upon ourselves to ensure that we go by that. Every year, we come together, choose a theme that is of concern for the current reality, discuss it, share our views, and see how we urge government to continue to work on its development agenda, taking the considerations, the recommendations as part of their considerations for the development of this country. And we are proud that a few days ago, over 300 Gambians sat together among themselves, young and old, students, officials, ordinary citizens, discussing issues of harnessing our human resource capital, but also the infrastructure we have, whether it's road, whether it's electricity, whether it's education, whether it's in the health sector, wherever we are able to. Especially in this day of digital age, we all know that we cannot do without it. So therefore, the Gambia advancing through those structures is a welcome address. At this point, we have been alerted that His Excellency is ready and set to address the nation, especially the school children here present today. On that note, Your Excellency, President Adama Barrow, Commander-in-Chief, and the President of the Republic of the Gambia, we invite you, sir, to come and deliver your address.
Thank you, Your Excellency. The floor is yours.
Your Excellencies, the First Lady Fatuba Barrow and Madam Sajalo Barrow, Your Excellency, Vice President, former Vice Presidents present, my Lord Chief Justice, Honorable Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Members of Cabinet and the National Assembly, Lord Mayors of Banjul and Kanifing municipalities, regional governors and executive coordinators, chairpersons of area councils, members of the diplomatic and consular corps, government officials and service chiefs, religious leaders, distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as we commemorate the 61st anniversary of our independence, we are marking much more than the passage of time. Rather, we are celebrating and reflecting deeply and proudly on what independence truly means in practice. Independence is not only a historical milestone, it is a living response that demands vision, discipline, and collective effort from all of us. It embraces the capacity to chart our own development path, harness our own resources, and shape a future anchored in dignity, opportunity, and shared prosperity. This year's theme, harnessing the Gambia's human and infrastructural resources for an inclusive leap to prosperity, captures the very essence of our National Development Plan, IRWA. This plan translates political independence into economic transformation, social inclusion, and national self-belief. IRWA provides the strategic direction for building a resilient economy, strengthening institutions, and ensuring that no Gambian is left behind. 61 years ago, our forebears fought not merely for a flag or an anthem, but for the right to decide our destiny. Their sacrifices laid the foundation for a sovereign Gambia, governed by the will of its people. Today, IRWA stands as a modern expression of that historic struggle. A Gambian-owned blueprint, driven by Gambian priorities, and focused squarely on improving the lives and livelihoods of Gambians. Fellow Gambians, in our early years of independence, the guiding philosophy of nation building was grounded in the belief in hard work, resilience, honesty, and collective responsibility. These values taught us to depend on our own strength, work together, and place national interests above individual gain. Today, as our nation matures and our development challenges become more complex, we need to progress through our National Development Plan, IRWA. IRWA, meaning development, implies transforming resilience into strategic planning, hard work into productivity, and collective efforts into inclusive growth. Independence is hollow if it does not deliver results. Under the IRWA framework, we have deliberately focused on the foundations of sovereignty, health, energy, infrastructure, education, food security, and democratic governance, because a nation that cannot power its homes, feed its people, educate its youth, or protect rights cannot fully claim its freedom. Since 2017, and consolidated under IRWA, we have expanded and upgraded health facilities across the country, strengthened service delivery, and invested in human capital so that access to healthcare is no longer a privilege but a right. In the energy sector, the expansion of the national grid and the commissioning of renewable energy projects, including large-scale solar investments, reflect our commitment to energy independence. Climate responsibility and economic competitiveness. Our roads, linking rural farms to urban markets and communities to opportunities, are not merely infrastructure. They are at risk of inclusion and national integration. From the OIC roads to feeder roads across the regions, these investments are reducing isolation, facilitating trade, and opening up new economic opportunities for our people. They symbolize independence that connects rather excludes. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at the heart of Yirwa is our renewed drive for food self-sufficiency, agricultural modernization, rural transformation. By supporting farmers with improved inputs, equipment, extension services, market access, we are reclaiming control over our food systems. Additionally, we are reaffirming the principle that a sovereign nation must be able to feed itself. Agriculture does remain central to employment creation, poverty reduction, and national stability. Independence also demands freedom with accountability. Building on the democratic foundation laid by our pioneers, my government has expanded civic space, strengthened institutions, established the National Human Rights Commission, and reaffirmed for the rule of law. These measures are essential for consolidating democracy, promoting justice, and ensuring that governance remains responsive to the needs and aspirations of the people. Fellow Gambians, no nation can leap forward without investing in its people. Through Yirwa, education has been repositioned as a strategic pillar of development. The rollout of the competency-based curriculum, reforms in early grade language policy, and the transformation of key institutions into universities delegated to education and civil service excellence are designed to produce skills, values, innovation, and professionalism align with national development priorities. Our youth, who represent the largest share of our population, are not a challenge to be managed, but a resource to be unleashed. Through skills development, entrepreneurship support, digital innovation, targeted youth financing, we are laying the groundwork for a generation that will define Gambian independence in economic terms through enterprise, productivity, creativity, and resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, we admit that challenges persist. Youth unemployment, cost of living pressures, climate shocks, and global economic uncertainties remind us that independence is a journey, not a destination. Yirwa teaches that resilience lies in planning, unity, and discipline. National cohesion, social solidarity, and shared sacrifice above politics, ethnicity, or region, we will overcome these challenges. To our civil servants, I reaffirm my government's zero tolerance for corruption, inefficiency, and complacency. Independence requires integrity in public service, efficiency in delivery, and accountability at all levels. We will continue to strengthen systems that ensure public resources serve the public good and deliver value for money. Before I conclude, I wish to express my profound appreciation to the parents, teachers, and especially our children and young people whose participation in today's celebration and colorful march past have added pride, joy, and national spirit to this historic occasion. Your discipline, energy, and patriotism reflect the promise of our future and the values we seek to nurture as a nation. I also extend sincere gratitude to our defense and security services for their selfless service, professionalism, outstanding participation in this Independence Day anniversary might pass. Their unwavering commitment to safeguarding our sovereignty, peace and stability remain a cornerstone of our independence and national development. In conclusion, fellow Gambians, the story of Gambia at 61 is one of renewed confidence and purposeful direction. Through Yirwa, we are converting independence from a historical achievement into a daily reality, measured in better schools, stronger institutions, reliable energy, productive farms, empowered youth, and inclusive growth that touches every community. On behalf of the government and the people of the Gambia, I extend sincere appreciation to our development partners for walking this journey with us, respecting our ownership, aligning with our priorities, and supporting our national vision. As we celebrate today, let us recommit ourselves to the ideals that brought us here: unity, hard work, self-belief, discipline, and love for country. Together, let us continue building a peaceful, prosperous, and resilient Gambia for present and future